Dogs on top, 28-3 at halftime. Absolutely humiliating. The waterfowl. That's what they are. That's what a duck is. A duck is waterfowl. But we're beating the absolute soul and will to live out of Oregon, 28-3 at halftime. Staquavius Bennett, 18 of 21 for 250 yards and a touchdown. Jesus. And he ran for a touchdown, too. The offense looks good. We're not running the ball great. I haven't ran the ball great at all. But 250 yards passing in the first half, I'm never going to complain about that. 18 of 21. If Georgia ever got a quarterback that could play like this every single week, an elite level quarterback that could put up those types of numbers, they'd never lose a game. If I was the rest of college football right now, I'd be extremely worried. Not just because of the score of this game, but because of how we got here. Throwing the ball like that for 250 yards in the first half alone. I can probably count on one hand the number of times in my lifetime that a Georgia quarterback has thrown for 250 yards and a half. But we're absolutely humiliating Oregon. It's just a complete beatdown. The defense has not played great in that Oregon has had successful drives. Oregon gets the ball, they multiple first downs, they've got into Georgia territory almost every single time they've had the ball. I believe they've only punted one time. They had Bo Nix has thrown 2 interceptions. That ended 2 of the Oregon drives. And then they got a field goal on another drive. But they've moved the ball, Oregon has. So the score is great, 28-3, but it's not it's not really a shutdown defense like we saw last year. At least not right now in week 1. We'll see, because they're playing a lot of young guys on that defense. Michael Williams got the start. He's taking over for Trayvon Walker. You got 2 new inside linebackers, Smile Munden and Pop Johnson. Malachi Starks, true freshman safety / corner, had an amazing interception earlier in the game. A lot of young guys. So the defense is going to get better as the season goes along. The offense is really clicking. No Eric Gilbert in this game. I'm a little surprised by that. A lot of Brock Bowers, a lot of Darnell Washington, a lot of Ladd McConkey. And then you sprinkle in a little bit of Kearis Jackson here, a little bit of A.D. Mitchell here. McIntosh had a long catch out of the backfield. The offense is looking good, throwing the ball. Running the ball, like I said, you hate to get on here and nitpick when you're beating a top 15 team 28-3, but the running game has not been great. The defense has given up yards and first downs, and Oregon has managed to drive the ball. And we haven't gotten much pressure on Bo Nix either. Now, we're not blitzing a lot. I've noticed a lot of just sending the 4 down linemen, but not getting a whole lot of pressure on Bo Nix outside of that Hail Mary they attempted at the end of the second quarter where we kind of got to him a little bit, but not a lot of pressure on Bo Nix. So if I'm nitpicking, the pass rush, not great. And the running game offensively not great. But this is just an absolute beatdown. Cincinnati and Arkansas in a fight here too. Arkansas up 7-0 over Cincinnati. Miami is destroying something called Bethune-Cookman. Nebraska, of course, driving a struggle bus against South Dakota State or whatever the hell it was. Last I saw it was 7-0 in that one. What a beatdown of biblical proportion. Which Uncle Lou told you that. I told you that. That's the problem. I've been trying to educate Oregon fans for 8 months. They don't listen. If you're an Oregon fan, you're football ignorant by nature. You would think you would listen to somebody, me, who actually knows a little bit about football. On top, I've watched Bo Nix play for 3 years. You try to tell Oregon how terrible it is. They don't want to hear it. He comes out right on cue, throws 2 interceptions in the first half. Now they're all sitting around going, damn, you know what? That Uncle Lou clown was right. Yeah, I know. I was right also, and 2 in addition to that as well. And by also, I mean ALLSEW. Anyway, I'll be back when the game is over to laugh at you some more and to remind you how right I was and how wrong you were. And I can't wait to read all the comments in the comment section tonight and tomorrow telling me Georgia hasn't played anybody and that Oregon is terrible. Meanwhile, you spent the last 8 months telling me we were going to lose this game because Georgia lost 7 starters on defense. But you lost 7 starters on defense, Lou. But you lost 7 starters on defense, Lou.